He had a life many could only dream of, a respected doctor, a devoted father, a man admired by everyone around him. From the lecture halls of the University of Pittsburgh to the breathtaking shores of Maui, his story seemed like a perfect portrait of achievement. But beneath that picture-perfect life was a secret, one that would turn paradise into a place of horror. It was just after 9 in the morning when what began as a simple birthday trip would change everything. A moment meant to celebrate love and life would become a battle for survival. His name was Dr. Gart Koig. Born in South Africa, he carved out an extraordinary career in the United States. He worked for years at one of the nation's top hospitals, became an assistant professor, and built a reputation as a skilled anesthesiologist. He was known for his calm under pressure, a man who made others feel safe. But the calm he showed the world wasn't the same calm that lived behind closed doors. After a 15-year marriage and 2 children, Gart divorced his first wife in 2014. The split was amicable, at least on the surface, leaving friends and family to believe it was just one of those things. Years later, he found love again, or at least that's what everyone thought. In 2018, he married Ariel Worthington, a nuclear engineer known for her brilliance and grace. She was younger, ambitious, and had built her own career in a field dominated by men. Together, they seemed unstoppable, the kind of couple people admired from afar, a true power couple whose future looked incredibly bright. They built a life of comfort, moving from the bustling city of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to a dream home in Maui. Their new life was idyllic, filled with sunny days and ocean breezes. Their neighbors described them as warm and devoted parents, always smiling, always together. They were often seen walking on the beach with their children, hosting barbecues and integrating seamlessly into the close-knit island community. To anyone looking in, theirs was a love story set in paradise, the kind of life people aspire to. But behind the smiles, something darker was growing. The picture-perfect facade was just that, a facade. Underneath the surface of their seemingly blissful existence, a storm was brewing, one that would eventually shatter the illusion of their perfect life. By late 2024, cracks began to show. The initial romance and mutual admiration started to erode, replaced by something much more sinister. Jealousy, mistrust, and control started replacing affection. Gart, once the supportive partner, accused Ariel of things she vehemently denied. His accusations became more frequent, his behavior more erratic. He became distant, then demanding, then controlling. Ariel later said she began to feel trapped, her independence slipping away piece by piece. Simple outings with friends became subjects of intense scrutiny, and her career achievements, once a source of shared pride, were now viewed with suspicion. People often think abuse is obvious. It isn't. It doesn't always come with bruises or shouting matches that neighbors can hear. Sometimes it begins with questions, with monitoring your phone, with quiet manipulation that makes you second-guess your own reality. It's a slow, creeping process that chips away at a person's confidence and sense of self, until a person's sense of safety slowly disappears, even in their own home. For Ariel, the paradise she had moved to was beginning to feel more like a gilded cage. The couple tried therapy, hoping to rebuild what had been lost. They sought professional guidance, a last-ditch effort to salvage their crumbling marriage. For a while, it seemed like things might improve. They talked, they listened, and they made promises. But some problems can't be solved with love alone, especially when trust has been completely shattered. The underlying issues of control and jealousy were too deeply rooted, and the therapy sessions only provided a temporary bandage on a deep wound. When Ariel's 36th birthday approached in early 2025, Gart suggested a romantic weekend getaway on the island of Oahu. He framed it as a chance to escape their daily pressures, a fresh start. To her, it felt like a step toward healing. Time away from stress. Time to reconnect and remember the love they once shared. She agreed, hoping this trip could be a turning point. But that trip would become the moment that revealed just how deeply their marriage had fallen apart and how much danger she was truly in. On March 24, 2025, the couple went hiking at a scenic lookout, a place famous for its sweeping ocean views and steep, narrow trails. It was the kind of spot featured on postcards, a beautiful but treacherous landscape. The wind was strong that day, whipping around the cliffs and making the footing feel insecure. As they walked along the path, Ariel grew uneasy, sensing a tension she couldn't quite name. Something about Gart's demeanor felt off, a quiet intensity that made the hair on her arms stand up. The atmosphere felt wrong. What happened next remains partly a matter of her testimony and witness accounts. A sudden argument broke out, reportedly over the same old issues of trust and jealousy. But this time it was different. On that isolated cliffside, with no one else in sight, everything she feared came rushing to life. By sheer instinct and courage, Ariel managed to escape and call for help. Her terrified screams echoed through the canyons. Passers-by on a lower trail heard her cries and rushed to her aid, finding her in a state of shock and terror. It was only through their quick action and incredible luck that she survived the encounter. Authorities later found Gart nearby, after an hours-long search through the rugged terrain. His reaction when captured revealed a chilling absence of empathy, a man detached from the devastation he caused. He was calm, collected, and offered a story that contradicted the evidence and the harrowing account given by his wife. His lack of emotion was perhaps the most disturbing part of the entire ordeal. What police discovered later made it clear. This wasn't a spontaneous argument that got out of hand. Evidence pointed toward planning. Items found in his possession and in their vehicle that suggested a calculated intent. For investigators, it confirmed that the events of that day were not a crime of passion, but a premeditated act. The romantic birthday trip, the hike to a secluded spot, it all took on a sinister new meaning. He was arrested and charged with attempted murder. Since then, he's remained in custody, awaiting trial. His once flawless reputation as a respected doctor and loving family man collapsed overnight, leaving behind a trail of disbelief and sorrow among friends, colleagues, and the community that had once admired him. The man they thought they knew had been a carefully constructed illusion. Ariel, on the other hand, has been recovering surrounded by family, focusing on rebuilding her life and protecting her children from the trauma. Despite everything she has endured, she survived, not just physically, but emotionally. Her courage to speak out, to share the details of the hidden abuse she suffered, became a source of strength for others trapped in similar cycles of silence. She has become an advocate for recognizing the subtle signs of coercive control. Her story reminds us that danger doesn't always look dangerous. It can wear a smile, hold a prestigious title, and live in a beautiful home. It can be the person you trust most in the world, the person who promised to love and protect you. The most convincing monsters are the ones who look just like everybody else, and yet, even in the darkest moments, there is resilience. Ariel's survival is proof that strength can exist even when everything seems lost. Her story is more than a tragedy, it's a warning, and it's a testament to the power of human survival against unimaginable odds. It is a powerful reminder to trust your instincts and to reach out for help, even when you feel isolated. Because sometimes the scariest monsters aren't hiding in the shadows. They're standing in the sunlight, pretending to love you.